There's a strange moment in every trader's life. You look at the charts, the same charts that once confused you, and suddenly they don't feel as loud anymore. The chaos begins to whisper. The noise starts to make sense. You can't pinpoint exactly when it happened, but something inside you has changed. That's the moment most traders never reach. It isn't marked by a huge profit or a perfect setup. It's marked by silence. The silence that tells you you're no longer trading like the 93%. You're beginning to think, act, and feel like the 7% who last. I've seen it countless times. Traders who chase, panic, and burn out. Then one day, something clicks. Their trading stops being emotional and starts becoming intentional. Their focus shifts from chasing profits to mastering behavior. That's how you know you're finally crossing over. You're becoming a profitable trader. Here are 5 subtle signs that reveal you're on that path. They won't show up in your bank account first. They'll show up in your mindset, your habits, and how you respond to the market. Sign number 1. You no longer trade for excitement. You trade for clarity. When I started, I thought trading was about action. I believed the more I did, the faster I'd grow. Every tick felt like a test, every candle a decision. But I was wrong. The market doesn't reward activity. It rewards discipline. The moment you stop feeling that constant urge to do something, to buy, to sell, to not miss out, is when you begin to understand what trading really is. It's not a game of constant motion. It's a game of patience. You start checking charts less often. You no longer stare at every tick. You find yourself at peace not because the market is calm, but because you are. That's the quiet shift that separates traders who chase from traders who endure. It was never my thinking that made the big money. It was always my sitting. And that wasn't about laziness. It was about control. Control over your impulses, your fear, your greed. You stop trying to outsmart the market and start learning to wait for it. Sign number 2. You view losses differently. Losses no longer sting. They no longer define your identity. You stop taking them personally because you finally understand a loss isn't failure. It's feedback. Every loss teaches you something about yourself, your system, or your discipline. That lesson is worth more than any short-term win. Early on, a single red trade would ruin my day. I'd chase the next one, trying to make it back. But the market doesn't care about your emotions. It only respects your behavior. So I stopped asking, why did I lose? And started asking, did I follow my plan? That's the mindset shift that builds consistency. When your measure of success becomes execution instead of outcome, you become untouchable. No single trade can break you when your identity isn't tied to results. Every profitable trader reaches that stage. They stop trying to be perfect and start trying to be present. Sign number 3, you start to trust your own judgment. Early on, traders jump from one strategy to another. They doubt every decision and second-guess every setup. But over time, after enough data, reflection, and pain, you begin to hear your own intuition again. Not emotional intuition, but a seasoned instinct. You've seen the market's tricks enough times that you don't fall for them anymore. You start following your own system even when it's boring, even when it's slow, because you've seen the truth. Boring trading is profitable trading. That's how you know you're getting close. When the thrill fades and clarity replaces excitement. When your best trades feel calm, not chaotic. When your peace of mind means more than a quick profit. The market tests everyone. It tests your ego, your patience, your identity. Most people fail not because they lack skill, but because they lack control. So when you find yourself becoming quieter, more disciplined, less reactive, celebrate that. It's a sign of progress most traders never reach. Sign number 4, you value time more than trades. In the beginning, Time feels like your enemy. Every hour you're not in a position feels wasted. But the seasoned trader knows time is not the enemy, it's your greatest ally. Profitable traders think in seasons, not seconds. They stop trying to make money every day and start trying to protect their capital every year. They understand that success isn't built from one great move, but from surviving 1,000 small mistakes. You start planning your trades like a craftsman, slowly, deliberately, with respect for detail. You know exactly what you're looking for, and you're willing to wait as long as it takes. That's not passivity, that's precision. The amateurs think you're lazy when you sit out, but the professionals know sometimes sitting out is the trade. Number 5, you think in probabilities, not outcomes. This is the mindset that separates the gambler from the professional. The gambler sees every trade as a win or lose situation. The professional sees every trade as just one of many, part of a larger series that defines edge, not emotion. I used to want to be right on every position. I wanted to predict the next big move. But over time, I learned the goal isn't to be right, it's to make good bets over and over again. The market doesn't reward the ego, it rewards consistency. When you think in probabilities, you stop caring about being right and start focusing on playing right. You follow your plan, take your setups, manage your risk, and trust the math over the moment. You start to say, this trade didn't work, but it was a good trade. That sentence alone defines maturity because it means your process matters more than your pride. The difference isn't external, it's internal. It's the ability to detach from the outcome, to focus on execution, to stay consistent even when results vary. When you think in probabilities, you stop overreacting. You stop cutting winners short out of fear and adding to losers out of hope. You become a scientist of your own system. Consistency doesn't arrive with fireworks. It comes quietly. You wake up one day and realize you no longer think about making money, you think about protecting discipline. You've learned that the greatest trade you'll ever make isn't in the market, it's within yourself. The moment you master your mind, the market becomes your mirror. And when that happens, profit becomes inevitable, not because you chase it, but because you've become the kind of trader who deserves it.